Is Jessica Jones about ready to return to the MCU? Well, nothing is confirmed, but a recent post from Krysten Ritter herself has left many fans convinced she is about to reprise the role and have somewhat of a classic Jessica Jones look. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the post, what it looks like, and why everybody thinks she's coming back as Jewel. Now, before we do that though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, quite honestly, one of the best character castings in the Netflix world was Jessica Jones. Krysten Ritter brought the character to life in a way that was pretty unexpected, and her angry, cynical, and rather alcoholic version of the character resonated with fans, and she got 3 solid seasons. Now, as many of you know, her superhero persona was somewhat of a joke throughout the series, and we were even teased with this spandex costume, but it was definitely something the character moved away from. But now a recent post from Ritter herself has fans thinking she could be coming back to the MCU and as a more comic-accurate version of Jewel. Check it out. Now, looking at this picture, I can totally understand why people are thinking this, because she is definitely rocking some purple locks. Given that Daredevil has an expanded power set and a much more colorful costume in his series, this has led a lot of people to wondering if this softy reboot of the characters for 616, would see a departure from the grounded and gritty version of Jessica and embrace more of the comic book version. Now, I don't want everybody to jump to conclusions, because there are a ton of reasons Ritter could have dyed her hair purple, including she just simply wanted to. And Daredevil Season 1 has finished production, and they're no longer shooting. So unless she held this picture out and nobody on her social media or in her public appearances noticed the purple hair, well, it might be completely unconnected. Now, to be fair, last April, Ritter responded pretty positively when asked if she would return as Jessica. She actually said, "I have no idea, I hope so. I think that people love Jessica. I know because I live it. Marvel is so secretive. I am just putting that out there. Of course, I would be there in a second. I have my boots and jacket ready to rock." Now, we don't want to go too far with this story, but I do see why people are thinking she could return. But honestly, guys, I don't know how deep into that classic look from the comics they would go. The classic Jewel spandex is kind of funny and doesn't even really work that well in the comics. So if we do get Jessica Jones suited up, for me it would probably be from a joke or even a lost bet or dare, and not something at least this version of Jessica Jones that we've got to know in the series would embrace. Honestly, I hope they don't depart too far from the Netflix version. That's what most people came to love, and I think if they did, you're going to find that many fans might not identify so well with a more comic booky version of the character. Now, obviously, it depends on what Marvel Studios does, and well-written stories do resonate with fans. This isn't something we have a lot of details on, and since Marvel is trimming back on productions and not expanding, I don't want to look too deeply into this. But if it actually happens, well, we're going to have to wait and see.